Food.
It's just bad.
Drama.
You're not serious right now.
Verdict.
On that basis,
This competition is hard.
6 Caribbean countries send their best chefs to plead their case in the region's ultimate cooking showdown. Who will walk away with the $10,000 award? All rise for the Maggi Food Court Caribbean. Last time on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, 2 chefs from each round were sent home when the jury made their decision. Chefs Shirek, Halim, Trisha, and Alicia were knocked out of the ring. Now, in this episode, 4 chefs now advance to the quarterfinals. 1 must go. This culinary case is presided over by Maggi Food Court Judge Jaron Geronimo Green. Our jury members are Business Executive Officer of Nestle Caribbean Okino Petrie, Celebrity Chef Noel Cunningham, Cooking Show host from the Food Network Roger Mooking, and Member of Parliament for West Central St. Catherine and Jamaica's Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton. Facing off in this battle, we have Chefs Candice, Aaliyah, Rondell, and Adrian.
All rise. Maggi Food Court is now in session. Judge Geronimo presiding.
chefs, welcome back to Maggi Food Court. Amateur hour is over. It's time to bring out your finest. Bailiff. As you can see, just the freshest and the finest. Today, I am throwing a dinner party for 4 of my closest friends. So chefs, you will have an hour and 20 minutes in which to create an amuse-bouche and 2 courses for a dinner party of 5 using just the finest cuts of meat. One of you will be sent packing. Is that clear? All right, so your time for cooking starts now. Thank you, God.
To the Trinidadians, I know Funi hear this. A Jamaica hear this. Full time now, I'm not ask. Track and feel them say Jamaica 1, 2. Yeah, Jamaica 1, 2. This is 1, by the way.
We fighting today, but it's all of tomorrow. We'll drink some rum tomorrow when all the lost, man. Don't worry.
Ingredients, the protein options. I say, all right, yeah, fancy. I never know what me gonna present. I saw salmon, took salmon. And then I saw crayfish, so yeah, crayfish it was. I saw chicken and then chicken, that's what happened.
I love anything to do with garmache, anything to do with like amuse-bouche and petit fours and small like trinket items, and it's me. So when he said amuse-bouche, my mind clicked one time, shrimp. Okay, it needs to be something quick. Shrimp pairs with pineapple. How are you going to make the pineapple elevated?
Fish, red meat, fish. I didn't want to do red meat, then fish. You know, it's just like this now, second course something else, third course something else.
The ceviche was a combination of salmon and fish and shrimp in a lime vinegar, Maggi seasoning marinade. There's also jackfruit, and it was on top of an apple.
So the steps for them is which I cut the leeks, I seared them in the pot. I also seasoned the salmon. I added some herbs, some thyme, rosemary, in the pot. I seared it off. Then I went on to break up the salmon and added some goat cheese in it, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and some Scotch bonnet peppers. And then I put that together for the first course.
For my amuse-bouche, I started off with kind of like poaching my pineapples in like water and white wine with some white sugar. That's that I kind of caramelize and like kusumi, and then just cut it in nice individual cubes, make it nice and neat. For my shrimp, I keep it very simple for my shrimp. I use the Maggi seafood seasoning on my shrimp, some lime juice, salt, pepper, put it on the grill, and you finish again with some more acid and some savage. Just to amp up the flavor, because I already have sweet, I have acidic. You need something a bit spicy. So then I roast corn relish to go on top. They want an amuse-bouche in 30 minutes. I'm gonna give them it in 15 minutes. get it aside and just continue working on everything else.
Very straightforward with the amuse-bouche, you know, cut up, well, take the skin off the snapper, slice it up, slice up the different components, make the, mix the lemon juice and the olive oil, fold it in, put it in the fridge to set until it's time to serve. Right before serving, cut a slice of fruit, pack like a little bit on top, and send it out just like that.
Defendants, the time is up.
Gentlemen, welcome to Maggi Food Court's dinner party. We have a very important guest. I've invited here to sample all the tasty treats by our culinary masters, the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. the Honorable Christopher Tufton. So the chefs have prepared some offerings here for us. I just invite you to just sample and tell me what you think. Minister, what do you think?
It's awakening my taste buds. And as a man who prefers fish, there's a little fish there somewhere. It's opening up my appetite to see what is to come.
Seems we'd have to call it Chef Chris after this. So as you can see from up here, the chefs are busy preparing the first course to present to you guys, you know?
For the second course, I cut up some celery, some onions, some carrots, some garlic. I sauteed those in a pot, then I added the prawns, after which I added some diced fresh tomatoes, let that cook down a bit, after which I strained it, then I added some of the Maggi coconut milk, season it with, you know, Maggi all-purpose salt. I also grilled the prawns. Then I finished it off with some butter. And I just put all of that together in a bowl, and that was the shrimp, the prawn bisque soup. Oh no, it's me?
Chef Alea,
Hi.
tell us what you prepared for.
So today for the first course, have some prawn bisque soup with some of the Maggi coconut milk in there, some Scotch bonnets, some other island flavors as well.
Thank you, Chef.
That's it.
That's
Bye.
All right, gentlemen, let's dig in.
This one looks and smells delicious.
Yes.
What's curry in it?
It's a little too thick for me. I'm sorry to say, but it does have a lot of flavor.
I can see so far we are getting, really things that are representing them especially well.
That is very good to hear.
The crayfish broth was because I just saw the crayfish there and I wanted to make a soup. Sauteed the crayfish shells, placed them in a pot of boiling water, seasoned that pot with Maggi, tomato, and I think it's garlic bouillon cubes, as well as the crab seasoning from Maggi, as well as added some the aromatics to the pot, brought it to a boil, add some coconut milk, tried to bring that to a simmer, strained it, plated it with some lime, sauteed crayfish, and some microgreens on the top.
Chef Candice, welcome. Tell me what you prepared for special guests.
I prepared a crayfish broth with coconut milk and also lemon, so I hope you enjoy.
Love the lemon flavor.
Global yes.
Lemon gives a nice little kick.
Presentation is good. For what it is very simple. It's a 2-course presentation, so I'll wait till I get both to decide if both are worth combined 10,000.
For my first course, for the spicy rub pork, I use the pork seasoning from Maggi and season my pork nice, get it into debone the actual pork chop. Remove the fat because the fat going to take a little while to render. Give it a nice sear, pop it in the oven, pull it out right before it reach well done. Let's leave it there to sit, and finish cook off there. I did egg, zucchini, and pumpkin puree.
No tomato paste.
And I did an apple and radish slaw. And just to ump up the plate, I did just some extra roasted vegetables, utilizing the all-purpose seasoning.
Sorry, behind.
All right, Chef Rondell, tell me what you're bringing to this dinner party.
So your first course is a spice rub pork with a red wine jus, pumpkin and zucchini puree, and an apple and radish slaw.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
That yellow sauce is delicious.
I mean, that against the pumpkin puree is, to me, quite tasty.
Yeah.
Second dish. For the second dish, I had to break down the tomahawk steak because it was 6 people, 4 tomahawk steaks. I was like, geez, I wonder if I have enough time for that. So broke down the tomahawk and grilled it off with some thyme and served it with the red wine and the cocoa sauce. How you looking? How you looking? How you looking? How you looking? The one thing I couldn't find was Milo. I do a really nice red wine and Milo sauce. I thought this would have been a chance to express it.
All right, Chef Adrian, tell us what you are bringing to the table for this dinner party.
I sauteed some vegetables as well as grilling asparagus, and I broke down the tomahawk steak, flanked it, and grilled it with red wine and cocoa-infused sauce.
Thank you, Chef.
You know what I think is interesting about this? You use a tomahawk steak, but the whole point of tomahawk is the show of the tomahawk.
Yeah.
And you just show the platter, the big bone.
Yeah.
So you lose the benefit of the tomahawk story.
I'm not so impressed with the presentation for this one.
And for the last course, I seasoned the chicken breasts. I seared them in the pot, then I finished them on the grill. After which I went on to put on the pumpkin and garlic puree. So dice up the pumpkins in a pot of boiling water. Allow that to boil and to get tender. Then I added that to the blender with some cream. That was the puree. And then I just blanched the asparagus and then dress it with some oil, put it onto the grill. And I just seared off the tomatoes. After which I made the Parmesan crisp, just grated some Parmesan cheese, add it to a pot, allow it to crisp up, and then just put all of that together. Oh, Randall, I was asking him for the cherry tomatoes, and he said, the cherry tomatoes. So I was like, what?
Where's the celery?
Oh, yeah, the steaming gas station, yeah.
And for the second course, I did a reverse sear steak, where I actually took the steak and seasoned it, butterfly it, wrapped it in foil and kind of pre-cook it, and then you sear it off the finishing. I paired that with a sweet potato oil long that I quenelle. I also added some roasted zucchinis. I did a cucumber and tomato chow because every Trini always have sliced cucumbers and tomatoes in the Sunday lunch. So I took the bell peppers and just sanitized them and make a palate cleanser using the Maggi, Golden Nestles, pineapple juice, some olive oil, some red wine vinegar, a bit of salt, and kind of blend it up together, get a nice smooth kind of sauce. And that if you just take a little shot after you eat all those proteins and all those starches and different flavors, kind of cleanse your palate. I did a red wine gastrique and a chimichurri for the steak, yeah.
I wanted to be different, and I decided on a salad. Started with seasoning the chicken, grilling the chicken so that it was partially cooked. I stuffed it with bacon and pork sausage filling that I made, put it in the oven and got started on a salad, which is a spinach, kale, and black mint salad, garnished with or tossed in a lime vinaigrette with veggies, radish, grilled tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots.
I did this couscous a bit sticky, and I got that through using the spicy Jamaican Maggi soup to build a stock, straighten out the noodles, saute some spinach on the side separate, and folded everything in with the dry couscous, put it to steep. And the tartiness of the cherry tomatoes that I flambéed with the brandy along with the smoky flavor of the portobello mushroom.
So when I realized that I was beating the time by a lot and I had extra free time, I actually asked for door to open, please, door to open, please, can I need shot glasses. And then when the door opened, I just run through. I was like, okay, I'm not taking me on, but it open now, so I run in the back. And as I run in the back, I just kind of decipher, like, okay, which one I want, something big, something nice, something small. I see the door started to close. The guy banging the door, the bailiff banging the door, he watching me, I watching him. I said, but they're trying to sabotage me, I said, stand up in the back, it felt like I got 2 minutes. When I walk back in the kitchen, let me get to my entrance.
Like I had to go in the corner to cut up the jackfruit and the different components for the chutney. I mean, I had to make do because it's a competition. You don't want to just stand and pout like, you know, a child or anything like that.
I heard about the countdowns. I was just determined to put everything on the plate. That's what was running through my mind each time I heard the countdown.
When I heard 5 minutes, I was calm, but I was a little thrown off by, you know, when I was plating, because the plating concept I had in mind was a little bit detailed and it took a little precision. So yeah, I kind of had some issues there plating, trying to get everything to look how I wanted it to look. But I was okay.
With regards to time, I really wanted to be prepared. I didn't want a situation where I had to rush the plate. When they announced that time was running out, I was pretty much done. I was just like cleaning the plates, you know, looking to see like, okay, if this rose petal or if this flower petal, would enhance the dish, the look, you know, the colors, because you eat with your eyes. So like I had time to play around and I was really grateful for that.
Chefs.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Beautiful job. You can step away from the counter now. This dinner party has been going very well so far. But now I think my guests are ready for your final course.
In the end, we all congratulated each other because we know the hiccups that we all faced in the kitchen at one point in time. And it really was like a nice feeling to see that everyone was finished.
It's time to present the dishes to the jury.
Chef Candice, tell us what you've prepared for your final course.
And we have a mixed salad with veggies. They're tossed in lemon vinaigrette and also a bacon and sausage stuffed chicken.
So Candice, what made you make a salad course as your main course?
Salad, I feel like they're undervalued dish.
I like the idea of the salad as a sort of base as opposed to a lot of carbs. I'm a calorie count kind of guy. Any idea what numbers this dish represents?
0 at lunch.
All right, thank you.
Problem.
I'm not sure if this is a wise decision though. Salad at the stage of the competition.
Yeah, she already had a soup. I think she did 2 simple dishes. Played it extremely safe.
All right, Chef Alia, tell us what you prepared as your final course in this very nice dinner party.
So I made for you guys some grilled chicken breast with some pumpkin garlic puree, some Parmesan crisps, some grilled asparagus, and charred tomatoes.
Somebody's got to go home.
Yeah.
Who do you think it will be?
My answer is always, as long as it's not me.
Thank you, Chef.
Thanks.
Playing it safe.
Everything seems like cousins. They're not entirely surely related. But I'm going to mix them around and see what I get. Judge, that chicken you beard and dry off completely.
Oh, God. That's disappointing. All right, Chef Rondell. What is this we have here you've made as your final course?
Sweet potato, oil down to aspect. I have a reverse seared beef with a gremolata. I did a tomato and cucumber chow because every Trinity must have a slice of tomato and cucumber on the plate for Sunday lunch. Some roasted vegetables, and you have a stew sauce. Before, to cleanse your palate from all the other food you ate earlier, so I made a palate cleanser using the bell peppers, the Nestle pineapple juice, some aromatic bitters, and celery.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
That is nice.
Tastes good. His presentation is always good.
Yeah.
Right. I feel the tasty flavor coming out. This really has worked.
I would welcome that.
Chef Adrian,
Chef.
so tell me, what is this that you have prepared here
Okay, so
as your final course?
my final course, it's a pumpkin and spinach couscous with grilled portobello mushrooms, blistered cherry tomatoes in a brandy sauce with seared white fish with a jackfruit chutney.
All right, gentlemen, let us dive into this last course.
I think we're having a sauce problem in the kitchen. I'm not seeing much sauce. I don't know if it's our skill that is missing or what.
He said he made a butter sauce and he put it on the fish, but yes, I'm not
And
seeing
he insisted we try it with the sauce.
Yeah, I like the fish. The flavor of it is nice. This one will redeem the last one a little bit more, but it might place him really close to another one.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, if that is all, I'm going to leave you to deliberate, and I'll check on my chefs. Thank you.
All right, guys, so interesting challenge. They had 2 dishes. For me, I would definitely send home Adrian. I mean, he used expensive ingredients at the start with the tomahawk steak.
Yeah.
And I think even though it was expensive ingredients, the outcome was very cheap.
I thought Alia, as pleasant as she was, I didn't like either of the courses.
Sounds like you guys are leaning to Candace. And her soup was, I think, pretty good, but for the entree, the salad didn't cut it.
So one thing I don't hear from anybody is any complaints about Rondell, so safe to say Rondell is in the clear.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Bailiff?
Sure, so we came to a verdict?
We have.
Thank you.
Chefs, I am back from my dinner party, and if nothing, my stomach is full, and my guests were wonderfully fed. Quite pleased with your performance in this round. Chef Rondell, you cooked that steak perfectly.
Thank you, chef.
Yes, man. But, you know, all good things must come to an end as well. It came down to the finest details. Literally, the finest details. Unfortunately, I have to send one of you home. The chef that will be going home fell just a little short in wowing my guests. My VIP guests were expecting a $10,000 plate. Unfortunately, after we ate, the discussions were that Chef Candice, the salad just didn't make the cut. And unfortunately, I have to fire you. You may leave the courtroom. So remaining, we have Chef Alia, Chef Adrian, and Chef Rondell. One step closer to the grand prize of $10,000 US and the most coveted title of Grand Champion of Maggi Food Court Season 4, Caribbean. Who will it be? Who will cut the title? Whose purse will be a little fatter? Only time and their dishes can tell. Chefs, get ready because amateur hour is over. Let's go.
Wait. I live to fight another day, you know? Trinidad.
Semi-finals.
Kind of figured that I was going home. That was what was going through my mind when the verdict was read. Alia, you are fantastic. Be true to who you are, and everything will fall into place.
I feel good. Yeah. Top 3. Stay focused, eyes on the prize, and bring it home for Jamaica. We don't celebrate too much here. Well, hold on.
Next time on Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Who will battle for the title and the money? Make your best version of the classic Eggs Benedict.
Food.
It's just bad.
Drama.
You're not serious right now.
Verdict.
On that basis,
This competition is hard.
6 Caribbean countries send their best chefs to plead their case in the region's ultimate cooking showdown. All rise for the Maggi Food Court Caribbean. Season